What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack, your #1 source of cryptotainment to get you through the bear market. In this episode, we're going to take a look at some charts that suggest cryptocurrency might be bottoming in February. Also, Bitcoin might only do a 2x from previous ETH in the next cycle. So what blue chips am I looking at for the next big run? This, dank memes, and so much more. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex on it.
Bitcoin on the daily chart continues to reject the 21 exponential moving average as we struggle to find a use case for cryptocurrency. Now, as silly as that video is, it is still more energy efficient than Bitcoin. You can see I have adjusted this ascending trend line of the bear flag. It was right here, but I decided it's more accurate to not cross any candle bodies, okay? So you can cross as many wicks as you want, but you can't cross any candle bodies. Now that gives us a little bit more room, but I don't think it's going to help much, as I believe Bitcoin is going to grind down lower. Now Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have been going sideways. It's been rather calm. In fact, if we take a look at the Bitcoin volatility index, Bitcoin has not been this calm since October of 2018. And what happened then? Well, October 2018 was the last month inside the descending triangle before we had a massive capitulation to the downside. In fact, it was 50% before we bottomed the following month. Now, I always say history repeats itself. It rhymes. That's the poetry of life. Could we get our capitulation drop in January and then bottom out in February? Now, that is a good probability. Remember, there are no certainties. There are only probabilities. All I know is I will be going down with the ship and buying the dip. There are some stormy seas ahead, but I think the worst is behind us. Typically, Bitcoin corrects 85%. It is holding on stubbornly to that 75.7% lockstep in ETH. We got BNB only down 56% with all of the FUD. I'm going to be scooping up some of that. Doge down 88.9%. I'm going to scoop that. And ADA, look at Sol, it's down 94.4%. You know that it's the kiss of death when a crypto falls below 95%. I'm going to be staying away from that Kramer style. Now, Kramer, he says that he is done with cryptocurrency, which also gives me a little bit of a bullish buy signal.
But I would not touch crypto in a million years.
Unfortunately, I'm too smart and accurate to be paid $5 million a year to be hysterically wrong on TV.
I'm too smart to read.
Bitcoin has been acting as a leveraged position of the S&P 500 all year long. That's why we follow the macros. It's literally a crystal ball into what's going to happen next with cryptocurrency. Well, all that changed in October. You can see the S&P 500 had a nice rally to the top of its bear market trend line, while Bitcoin saw another capitulation leg down. It is inversely correlated with the S&P 500. Now that's got people really bearish, especially since we're out of the parabola and the multi-year support might flip resistance. According to this chart, you can see that Bitcoin might only double its ETH in the next bull market. That's why I'm looking out for blue chip altcoins and fair launch DeFi coins into the next cycle. I think that Bitcoin is only going to 8x or 10x off of its lows. However, I will be watching that parabola very close so I can sell the top of the next market, just like I did the last one. Now, as far as this inverse correlation, we all know what happened. It was, of course, the FTX scandal, which continues to be a clown show. Caroline Ellison, the 28-year-old former CEO of Alameda Research, pled guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud on December the 19th. Now, you realize I'm speaking in code. This is YouTube. She went on to tell the judge that she knew what she was doing was wrong, and she is very, very sorry. Don't worry, Caroline, we forgive you.
What?
Just kidding.
You know, with Caroline snitching on her former boyfriend, SBF, I doubt he's going to take her back, which is good because here is an AI generation of what their love child would look like. So Caroline and co-founder Gary Wang are cooperating with the Fed, saying that they misused customer funds, saying that they hid $8 billion of liabilities in a customer account called Our Korean Friend. Now, that of course is a jab at Do Kwon, because it was his scam that was collapsing at the time. Now, they said that Alameda Research used customer funds to invest. Now we know how they were able to give everyone in a section of Miami Heat Stadium $500. They just moved that $500 from one customer's account to another customer's account and then back. Genius. Trouble is, police found this get out of jail free card in SBF's pocket. And the back was signed by the Treasury Department, many people in Congress, and of course, Dan Berkowitz, who recently stepped down from the SEC. Oh yeah, and a direct back channel to the White House through Sean McKeely, who allegedly helped SBF funnel corporate money to candidates and committees through him, the third party. This is called a straw donor scheme. This is all allegedly, of course. Allegedly, they had a Slack channel that got deleted the instant FTX filed for bankruptcy. It's no wonder that SBF is running around free in Palo Alto. Here's a video of the government actually trying to arrest SBF. With that being said, I think he's going to do time over this. With the testimonies of Caroline Ellison and Gary Wang, it's going to be hard not to be able to prove criminal intent. So I recommend he watches this video from Pharma Bro Martin Scarelli about how to survive in the joint.
My advice for him includes shaving his head. My advice for him includes deepening his voice.
Listen close, Martin just got out of the joint very recently himself.
Sam is going to have a lot of issues because he's a bit of an effeminate guy, and
don't drop the soap.
He should be listening to as much rap music as possible. This sounds funny, but this could save your life.
Look, I'm not trying to make light of this. I know a lot of people got hurt. I hope SBF gets all 113 years. I hope he's in a government facility so long, I have to name him as a dependent on my taxes, and everybody else too. Suzu, Do Kwon. We have Alex Mashinsky. All of these guys deserve to be right there with him. In fact, they could all meet up together at the same place. So what did we learn this year? Not your keys, not your coins. Crypto was invented to avoid having a counterparty risk. Also, if you don't know where the yield is coming from, you are the yield. I hate to preach, but we are getting in ship shape for the next bull market. Speaking of building in the next bull market, Shiba Inu hints at a release of Shibarium, their layer 2 solution. Now, a lot of normies that come during the bull market don't want to figure out complex DeFi platforms. They just want a dog coin that goes up, and Shiba Inu is one of the most Googled cryptocurrencies during the 2022 bear market. Now they're giving us a layer 2 solution that nobody asked for. They already have Bone Token, which is a voting token in their doggy DAO. They have Leash. They also have Shiba Swap, where you can do NFTs, you can do staking. They also have a video game that is on the App Store. Now I believe that Shiba Inu is a blue chip going into the next market. However, the Shibarium news hasn't pumped it at all, which is concerning. Shiba Inu has almost completely retraced. I'd like to see it take out its June low and come back down here in the next flush. I'd really like to see it come down to like 687 before I chimp in just a little bit. And that is going to be hard to do considering everyone is expecting us to be in a recession in 2023 as the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates and liquidity dries up. Companies like Netflix, who have been relying on cheap debt to stay afloat, are going to go bust. I mean, you know it's going bad when they are suing customers for sharing their password. Clearly a drawdown is coming because last time Avatar and MW came out was during a global smishmession. But remember, the markets usually front run the economy, and capitulation is not on the charts, it's in the mind. Typically bottoms happen when no one has the money to buy. That's why I am hodling USDC and I'm waiting for my opportunity to snap up some cheap coins. Monthly NFT sales are 80% lower than this time last year. Digital collectible interest has plummeted in 2022. Interest has declined from roughly 534 million NFT sales last month versus 2.77 billion in NFT sales sold in December 2021. This has piqued my interest because I think NFTs are going to carry on into the next bull market because we have an ex-president that has an NFT pack, which is truly amazing. I've already bought a few. And we also have Scottie Pippen, who sold out in 77 seconds. People are still interested. It's just a hard time in cryptocurrency and the markets abroad. The only things I'm buying right now, I'm planning on holding super long term. I'm still waiting for that capitulation. I'm waiting to buy the absolute rock bottom. Speaking of rock bottom, Hex on the daily chart is knocking on the door of 1 penny. I mean, we are barely holding on to 2 cents as we speak. Now, since I sold Hex at 45 cents, I've been calling for 1 penny, and here we are. It turns out Hex didn't perform as well as we thought during the bear market. It also turns out that Richard Hart's 1,000 horsepower Ferrari wasn't quite what we thought either. Hex has been in a free fall since December 14th. Look at that divergence from the 21 exponential moving average. I expected to find some support at about 1.7 pennies before going lower below a penny. HDRN, I fully expected to chase down its wick right here at about 9,444. PLSD broke out of the ascending triangle but went right back in there. I think a good buy or a good place for support is about the primary pivot at about $5.33 down to this trend line at about $5. Zen is something I've been dabbling in. I've batch minted a few hundred wallets. I'm having fun. I'm building ladders. I'm not saying this is what you should do. This is a downward trajectory. Nothing but lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Super high risk. I am just bored and degenning into this. I'm just having fun. I'm just doing crypto. Now, A6 is a good play of mine. I burned all my PLSD for A6 and I have been mining PLSB, and it's had a monster rally until eventually it OD'd on life. You could see that it's probably going to come down to the R3 pivot at about $1.91 and to the 21 exponential moving average. You can see it gained the daily uptrend on the 21. I fully expect it to come down and retest this area at about $2.10.
Oh my God, I almost passed out.
You know, it's really a shame what happened with Hex. I mean, it's really been the worst case scenario with the delay of Pulse Chain and PulseX. Then you got the whole meltdown midlife crisis with Richard Hart, and now the SEC and regulators are on the heels. Is it the end? You know, I'm not sure. There is optimistic things going on, though. I made a bunch of money on PLSD and ASICs and stuff. There are still some opportunities out there, and I really think that the bottom is getting close. Anyways, guys, I know the markets are slow, the news is slow, the charts are slow, so I thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, join the Wolf Pack, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.